Traders. Caroline Lezon here, graduate student of the Grok Trade Mentoring Program. Welcome back to Grok Trade on Tuesday, February 28th of 2012. And check this out. Look what we see here happening on our beautiful Q chart. What a nice breakout through that high base that we talked about here last week. And as you remember, we kept hitting that upper area of resistance right here, which was the high of February 15th, again at 63.86, and we kept pulling back down to that 8 moving average, which was acting, and it's still acting as a pretty major and significant area of support. We just kept staying above it, which is a pretty strong bullish sign. And finally, we are breaking out of that high base right here yesterday, and we are closing the day above the high of 63.86 on not a really significant volume though, okay? But we are closing above it. And today, boom, we are continuing higher, making a new high of 64.70. All right, that's a pretty nice run, as you can see. So the 8 moving average, again, is acting as a pretty significant and really important area of support for you to watch. Because as you can see, we keep bouncing off of it, continuing higher, making higher highs and higher lows. That's what we see happening here today. Okay, new high 64.70, a pretty key number for you to remember tomorrow. Put your trend line over the high of 64.70 and watch it really closely. If we ever go higher, if we ever bust through the 64.70 and close above it, we could head higher. But first of all, that's what we need to see happening. Okay, we need to see it busting through it and then closing the day above it, and we'll go from there. All right, and also pay close attention to that 63.86 mark, as well as the 8 moving average, which is practically at the same point. Okay, so both of those areas of support are crossing over, so that's a pretty significant area of support for you to watch. So put another trend line over the high of February 15th, which was again 63.86, and watch both areas of support and resistance really closely. And then check this out, look at the MACD turning back up again. So it is turning north, which is a pretty nice confirmation of that little breakout through that high base to the upside. So watch that MACD here really closely and really carefully as well. Pay close attention to it and always look for confirmation and make sure it's doing the right thing. All right, so I should remove this little trend line right here so it's not confusing you. So as you can see, yeah, you have a better picture of it right now without that low trend line. So yeah, it's starting to turn north again. So keep your eye on it and make sure it's going in the same direction with the Qs, okay? And then the volume, look for some spikes in volume. And we are still considered high, pretty much not really significant. We're slightly below the average, but the bars keep rising, so that's a good sign. So we need to watch that here really closely to look for another confirmation to be safe. Okay, yeah, so if you have any questions, comments, feel free to type those in and post them below the video, and I'll be really happy to answer those for you. But otherwise, enjoy your day, evening, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.